For this one, the stylistic clash alone, as well as having Simple in the server. But the big talking point out the gate is, where the bloody hell is Flamey? Bit is in for another map here. The 6-man roster in the Na'Vi roster lives on.
It turns out if you ace the pistol in a competitive opening game of your Pro League, you get another chance.
We'll give him another crack. Here he is, aggressive up mid.
See if he can find some more heads. He gives it a go, and it is favorable trades to FURIA. Art's fallen. Boomich has actually doubled on the A lurk, so as they all gather in middle, this one's competitive once again. Rush is on the observer. So when you miss kills and spam T-Tours, be sure to file your complaint publicly.
He loves that one. He loves that one. See, he's getting a bit sassy today.
Yeah, watch, here's 3.
Okay. Simple. Oh, well, that...
It's 3 for Queserato,
Cool
guys.
to see it from Queserato's POV, but...
Still counts, still counts.
He caught the death. Oh, we'll give him a tick for that one right there.
That's fine. I'll give him 80%.
This one is going to slow out a little bit here as FURIA have 2 USPs picked up. They've leveled the playing field against Boomich and Perfecto. Might need an ace for this one.
I mean, there's so much to talk about in this game. The fact that Junior is in this roster and the whole squad are now communicating in their second language is another conversation point. It hasn't seemed to affect them in a large quantity either. Their results have not taken a wild dip. The stats don't point towards a transition to speaking in your second language to be as much of a burden as many would have considered for FURIA. But now, as they work their way through this man advantage, they head to apps. Perfecto's there to receive them. He's holding the line. Yet to fire a single bullet is Perfecto. And so far,
nice
so
shot.
Good. Great adjustment.
Oh, so much damage!
Queserato is single-handedly hitting all the shots necessary. Junior quite the opposite. And now, oh, LaPlante. Boomich can deny, and he will. Swings out. Junior can't get his weapon out in time. It's 3 for Boomich. 2 for Perfecto. Between the two of them, that's a full ace. FURIA fall in the pistol.
We have so many things, as you mentioned, to talk about. Like, we could talk about Simple's 88 kills yesterday in the series. We could talk about the fact that this is the 3rd map now that Bit is playing for Na'Vi. We saw him in Overpass yesterday. Traditionally, he plays Inferno. Now he's playing Mirage. This is the first time.
This is the first time, and I've got even more for you, Chad. Let me add more to the pile.
I like more.
Head-to-head, Na'Vi have not dropped a map to FURIA.
Yeah, that is dating all the way back, like an organizational thing, all the way back to 2019. Now, sure, you can think, yeah, the matchup's a bit spotty. FURIA are in their best form at the moment, but that Katowice game, the Des, Jason and Pim were just referencing, another 2-0. So Na'Vi, they have some kind of hoodoo over FURIA for this one, but...
They made like an art doll out of straw.
You shall not push.
Yeah, you shall miss your AWP shot. Regardless, speaking of AWP, Simple's pulled one out early into the fray.
Of course he has. Thank you very much, Boomich. 3 kills and a defuse. That has facilitated that AWP, and against a force by a FURIA, it could be very welcome. Okay,
Bit responsible for middle. And so many targets. Yuri's been given the AK-47. Queserato and Art wielding them as well. That's the power of a plant, ladies and gentlemen. This is such a threatening round, and Bit, through movement alone, has got info. Middle is lost. They boost for try and catch that jungle rotate, but no movement yet. In fact, it's Simple that moves his finger to the trigger to catch that Apps lurk, and they've parked Perfecto already in Apps, so there's so much control now for the Na'Vi CTs. Oh dear.
Yeah, well, they're all grouped up, they're corralled, but they have to hit the shots, and Boomich again steps on out.
Like, Electronic was supposed to be taking first contact, now he's been baited in perfectly. They're worried about Boomich. There's all looking at Boomich. Simple draws fire, Bit unloads, and Electronic has 2 free frags.
Well, as you like.
Is flawless from the CT setups there of Na'Vi.
Oh, 3rd round of the game, 3 AKs on the CT side and an AWP. Things are looking great for Na'Vi out the gate on this one.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be very hard to have a jovial fist bump when you realize that is the Na'Vi economy.
If I'm Perfecto, I'm here. Guys, you're all set. Let me run out with the MP9, all right? I'll get us some extra money. I'll find where they are. You guys let me hunt for these kills.
Like, anyone but Perfecto dies first, you're a bit of a plum.
Yeah, well, these... little bit of utility is enough for an AXQ. We can have 1 for the top stairs, 1 to complete the wall, and 1 for CT. Here they come on over.
Well, can't stop Perfecto here. It's going to be Boomich to keep them at bay. A great one-tap into Yuri, puts his head in the vice, and it's slammed closed. They get a plant out of this. This is great stuff from FURIA. They've made a lot out of a little here.
I'd be happy with that plant.
Yeah, seriously. I think that Cloud9 game kind of just led me to write these rounds off as nothing, but they've used their smokes to get a bomb plant. That's $800 when they lose this round. Added to that loss bonus.
There's only 1 kit on Electronic, though.
Chad's trying to paint a picture, and Queserato fills it in. Art's hit another with the P250. Time half-ticked. Bomb planted open. Junior with only a Glock. Yeah, okay, and Boomich being low, legit has a chance.
Perfecto has the kit, but Boomich is tapping it.
Oh my god, it's Boomich that taps it. There was a small window for Junior to jump through.
Well, we can all get brought back down to earth relatively quickly there. The scenes of Na'Vi's buy previously looked great, but that was so close with so little.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Bring you down to earth, sure, but the fact that Boomich, smart cookie, he's the one that goes for it, despite Perfecto having the kit, because he knows if he goes down, that's enough time for Perfecto, A, with the rifle, B, with the health, and C, with the kit, to solve the mystery. This is great individual, nuanced decision-making. Boomich takes this 10-second fake so that Perfecto is in the right place to stop the swing.
Always a tough one right there.
Really cool, really cool.
Look at this. Vinny's going retro too. He's brought out the Krieg. AWP for Junior.
Ooh, we haven't seen a Krieg in the hands of a aggressive Brazilian in some time. Nico, of course, returning it to the fray. All of those insane matchmaking gamers blowing my head off with it as well. And it's 2 opening frags for FURIA to open up the account. Serato with a lot of control. He's going to keep Perfecto honest. I'm surprised Perfecto hasn't dropped a smoke. He's still happy to let them walk in apps.
Yeah, well, he's
alone.
They've kind of got to retool this right now. Bit could get Art if he clears just below him. Is he gonna?
Nope.
He didn't completely check it. That was almost a freebie for Bit. Perfecto's dead now. Mollying each other. FURIA, that's how good of a time they're having.
That's for the instant pop on the window cross.
But Bit's still here. This scope may have been heard and... Wow, look at Art.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, Vinny's on A and calling it clear, so I can't help but feel FURIA might take their time with this one. They don't want to be running into the potential.
Yeah, still going. The bomb's still there.
Okay, so there is a world where Na'Vi have a chance here.
Oh, they just pulled the cord.
They're going? Yeah, they are.
Falling back now.
No, they are. Vinny's done his due diligence.
But they're locked in already, so they can't save.
At least not easily, yeah. Serato's got his 3rd frag. Confirms his B presence. He's surely going down now to Bit.
The flank from Art's coming too.
Oh, he
there
can't.
It is.
Wow, this is perfect. FURIA, in the 2 rounds, not only was it the bomb plant and all of that goodness, but they've managed to find a spotless conversion of their first weapon.
And that was huge. The fact that Vinny gets the one in Palace that we saw, and then Simple went for a pick over towards B and died as well. That's both extremities of the map already punished. Traditionally, on a map like Mirage, the focus is middle, right? You have a player cat, 1 connector, 1 in window. Well, Na'Vi had already given up 2 huge kills, which meant they had to gamble. FURIA pumping the brakes there. It wasn't traditionally how you see it. They pump the brakes, they go back as a pack. They just really waited, and Na'Vi came to them. Na'Vi will force with the AWP again.
If they take all their weapons out again, Chad, this is going to be a very big FURIA swing in momentum. Junior on the AWP, the North American that's been grinding hard. In fact, now in the server against the very man he aspired to work harder than. Simple as inspiration. Up mid, as you discussed, a bit more standard for Mirage as of yet.
Smells like a B split here. Bombs just been picked up top mid. They're boosting. Oh, are they? I thought they'd be boosting short.
Oh, nice elevated position. Perfected as well to do damage and get away. He still lives to tell his tale, and Art being caught by the Deagle. Yuri's in a prime position, but Electronic too quick. FURIA, this is looking disastrous now. Vinny can perhaps change things, but the ever alert Bit spotted, could be executed. Good control of the spray, and Serato's put one in the feed to keep it 3v3. With Perfecto being so low, it's Simple who has to step up, and he has caught a quick glimpse of Boomich. Vinny working on it, sees the barrel, he's hunting. And it's Simple's frag. Just Serato now would need to find 2 more. Perfecto is so close. That is enough. Na'Vi will take full control, and double AWPs recovered as well. Simple really saved them there.
Yeah, needed that one. Na'Vi's bank was getting whittled down. FURIA can still buy. That's all predicated off of that low buy round with the plant where they almost pulled it out against Boomich and Perfecto. So money good for another full gun round. And Na'Vi right there, they were under the pump. If Bit didn't hit that Deagle shot on Cat, I don't think they could have been re-peeking into that position.
True.
Silence down 4 for Bit. Double AWPs out. Perfecto, the secondary AWPer. Hello. That's normally Flamey's job.
He's charging up. Hot! Full air! He doesn't get his boots back on the ground. And Simple, uncharacteristic miss, does give us a little bit of a chance.
Oh, Vinny's taking space off of all this distraction.
Yeah, there's a world in where he can cause absolute havoc now.
Just above him. Simple's gone the long way around, but there's no way he expects
That's a nice little bait.
Is.
Everything's so tidy. Okay, so bombs back to A. Vinny parking up in sandwich for the element of surprise, but this passive hold of A.
They only have one smoke for this, Alex.
So where do you put it? It's either CT. You either have to choose. Is it going to be electronic that's smoked out, or is it simple?
Well, Vinny can fight. Oh, Vinny!
Oh, huge find. It cost him a great deal, but he's given his A players enough chance to get the bomb in. Yuri now knows there's one short. Northern knows he's actually taken the head off of Bit near jungle. Yuri, crucial fragging. Even dropping the incendiary. They are all individually finding a way into the site. They've broken through. Boomich to fight his way back in. Perfecto still on the B site, completely disconnected. And so FURIA, with this bomb now ticking, have secured themselves a second.
Art really sold that mid play, right? The fact that he threw his body on the line right there. So many players were glued to his position, and Vinny pipped the gap, not Finny. Oh boy, Vinny.
It was a bit finicky.
Yeah, well, the fact that he got that much space is a real issue, because rotating back in, you could see Simple wasn't ready for that. Obviously, the players over towards jungle and window weren't ready for that as well.
Like, that's like another example. You know how like a lot of teams used to park a player in connector, like the Carrigan special?
Yeah.
You get someone up mid, you get park and connector, go B split, like luck. It's like that, but he slipped out ramp. Like, that's a different gap to Pip.
Yeah, it's a big one to find as well. And you're not expecting players to walk that gauntlet, because sure, if they're not close A ramp, if they're not under the balcony, there's traditionally someone towards ticket. So it's still a risky maneuver right there. FURIA doing good at punishing Na'Vi early. And with these saved guns, they'll be dropping them across. I'm really curious to see how Perfecto looks on the AWP. I don't have any problems with him picking it up. I'm just really interested to see how he plies it and how this whole Na'Vi defense works, because this is the first time Bit's playing Mirage.
They are talking it through. Yeah, and I mean, you know what, Chad? Saying Bit's first Mirage in an official capacity as they take a timeout to make sure everyone knows what they're doing, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and with the rest of the maps in the veto, I'm just going to go over this. I've jotted it down just to make sure I don't forget it. And we had Nuke as the second map. I think Flamey was in there yesterday. And then as the third will be Overpass, and that's where Bit was playing yesterday. So Bit played Overpass. He now plays Mirage, apparently, and Inferno. So he's starting to take over that slot.
Does it feel like a sixth man, or does it feel like just a slow, PR-safe kicking?
Well, it might be one. It might be both, right? It might, because if Bit's producing more and they just feel like they need to give him more time, it can operate both ways. Give Flamey a break. Maybe he can come back in some better form in the future, and they can use him on seldom maps where he is comfortable. So it could work really well for Na'Vi here, but it is interesting to see this change come through. The last time Na'Vi played Mirage was against FURIA, and they won it. So changing the script here, keeping FURIA on their toes.
Couple of pistols could be exploited. You talked about Perfecto. He's only got a Desert Eagle this time, and Kesarate previously has been pretty damn consistent at finding these apps pops. He's smoked off though, and they still demand some CT utility. Bit beheaded. He wanted info. He gets more than he bargained for. They have mid control incompletely, and Kesarate has definitely showed presence apps. So Electronic has stepped up and steps out. Oh, as they're boosting, this could be some seriously destabilizing play.
Oh, the triple!
Oh, dear. Backs are turned and bodies are dropped. Electronic zips up 3 body bags. And he's taken this round. He's grabbed it by the horns. It's a question of timing. Simple's caught another out the apps, and Vinny just left slipping. Wow, Electronic could not have caught a better timing there, and the spray, the adjustment, the awareness, it's just gorgeous.
That's away with robbery right there. Check this one out again.
Look at the pre-fire. Watch how he keeps spraying. He knows there was a booster. He gets a freebie onto Junio. Can't react in time. Of course, it's the AWPer. Oh, maintains that spray. Yeah, it's dreamy for any CT on short.
That's going to be a frustrating one right there. The lineups, never want to be seeing those.
What's that done to FURIA? What does that leave them with? They do have AK-47s invested. It seems they want to go again.
Here's one thing I feel about FURIA. Every round's a gun round.
Oh, yeah.
And not because they just force buy all the time. I just feel that FURIA are one of these teams, because of the sporadic nature and the gaps that they can pick, that even with pistols, they always seem dangerous to me. There's always some funky idea coming out of that camp. Art's got a different Counter-Strike hat on than I've ever seen before. So they always seem very, very threatening to me. Must be a gun on the ground for Art. Will be a Deagle. So yeah, that buy is through. Take a look at this CT setup. So this time 2 through the window, jumping on out, aggression again. Simple taking a bit of a fight.
Thinks better of it.
Yeah, Simple flash, and that's it. AWP bullet in exchange, so they know FURIA have invested in the big green themselves. An AK over towards A ramp. The early information is forcing out utility. 2 smokes land, one towards ramp, one towards connector.
So yeah, you've seen ramp, you've seen middle.
They've given up middle, actually, Na'Vi. They're pivoting back into a more of an A-centric setup. So Simple will watch connector and short from this position. That means that the window
Who's got Palace? One of the two, I imagine, towards ramp. Otherwise, Simple's a sitting duck in his current angle.
Yeah, just taking a bit of a guesstimation on this one, a risk.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just a question of whether or not FURIA can try and pip that gap. Yeah, this is a strong setup. God, this is a strong setup. Simple's got your mid covered.
There is that gap, though, they have to worry about through the vent, right? So they're just calling the bluff right here now.
Yeah, but they have full jungle control and electronic notice angles. Elevates just on the lip of Tetris.
That's so cheeky.
Dum, 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 dum.
How many more blocks is he going to stack here?
That's a convincing frag from Keserato. He does shut down electronic, but immediately this setup reveals it's got extra steps. Simple, they know where you are. Junior's done well to find that. He would need Boomich. And Yuri, yeah, just not expecting such a ridiculous off angle. He's actually up there on the lip. And with 19 seconds, Junior, his options are so scarce. He's got CTs rotating in to make sure he can't get any cheeky plants. He'll just look to keep hold of his AWP.
Another round for Na'Vi.
Lovely round from Na'Vi.
I really am like, you can see that they can hold middle with electronic and Simple almost alone, right? They have that level to them that a lot of other teams won't be able to pull on off, which means that now if Bit and Perfecto are playing over towards B, they can lock that one down. And Boomich, we know how aggressive he likes to be. If he needs to help the mid pack, he can be there. If he wants to go for info for Palace or a ramp, he can be there. So I'm learning what Na'Vi are throwing at us here, and I guess FURIA are too, because coming into this today, they would have prepared for the Na'Vi with Flamey. That's going to have more ramifications likely on that T side. See if Bit just gets slotted in, if they change anything up, or maybe he has a few different nuggets to offer. The saved AWP needs to find a frag, and, well, Electronic's already spotted a few. Yeah, Simple. The AWP's already down. Clean and easy. Shouldn't be much here to write home about. Bit jumping on up. Saves Electronic there, down to 13. Even the defensive molly there to defend the right side of Electronic. 7-2.
Yo. So Na'Vi definitely have FURIA's number, and I do think it's very interesting to see how these two styles clash. You know, this is like Voldemort and Dumbledore. They're both channeling their different colored
CGI, we went Harry Potter. I like it.
CGI lines.
Yeah.
Those lines are going back and forth, but typically, you know, Na'Vi, otherwise known as Dumbledore, do seem to have Voldemort's number.
Na'Vi, a Dumbledore.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, the spicy South American magic, that's all Voldemort, Slytherin.
Okay.
I don't know this lore well enough to really sell it.
I would probably paint Na'Vi as
Voldemort.
Yeah.
But then Voldemort's winning, and that kind of messes with my lore.
True.
You know, I was trying to think of something that made sense.
Yeah, true. Well, all right. We'll work on a better analogy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really shouldn't use stories that I'm not completely attuned with to try and make comparisons and metaphors, but you know what? It's just a constant stream of words out of my mouth. I don't have a time to fact check them.
There's nobody standing at the front of our mouth going,
no, unfortunately
you
not.
Sure? You want that one?
And believe it or not, in a job like this, you can't think before you speak, despite how the old adage goes.
Okay. Well, Na'Vi looking set. Another compromise buy from FURIA here because of Junior's saved AWP.
Yeah.
Only be onto a Deagle.
So if you want to take one-on-one duels, you want to take it raw, for lack of a better word.
It's a lurk smoke right there.
Yeah, it's a bit of retro.
Yeah, throwback here.
They say Counter-Strike strats are cyclical, Chad.
Just like fashion.
Exactly. All you Zoomers in your wide leg jeans never had to wear etnies and try and fit in with the skater kids. This is good. Oh, Boomich makes it look all too easy. He was under the thumb, under the molly, under the bulk, still gets his frag and gets away. Back through mid, and I mean, this is where Chad often would say they can't plant mid. Yeah, Keserato's been caught. Great frag from Junior. He was the one with the deagle, but he's used it great success. Simple's hunting for a frag, and it comes all too easy. Now he's ready for another. Spots a shoulder. There's only two of them. How does he hit that? I just assumed he hadn't had time to adjust.
Of course, he's jump peeking.
He'd take that shot if he got it.
Yeah, he would. 30 seconds left for Junior. 4 players to find. Now, this new kid on the block, the North American and the Brazilian colors. Finds That's one. Bit's dead. Lots of damage to Boomich. There's a second. 20 seconds left.
Go on, lad.
He goes.
Ace clutch. Give it to me. Oh, he's flustered. Ugh. Bit sketchy. Perfecto's on B. Simple's on A. Pick your poison. Sound Q's going to get you a bit sketched out. If
10
you
seconds.
outbrain Simple, it's just not going to happen. Sitting on triple. He's got the Sound Q's now. And with the bomb in his hands, it's the quickest of scopes. Simple wraps it up. An impressive spray from Junior. Keeps it just a little more competitive, but a triple kill from Mr. One in his name. 11 frags total, 10 for Boomich. Let's see that shot again on the cross. Ooh. Bam, a little backflip mid-air from Electronic. But yeah, Simple just makes it, does make it look simple. Make sure this round's not going to get out of control. And for all of my teammates that don't spray triple box,
there you go.
That's why you do it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, especially when you get peaked while trying to do it. But if you get a killer, that feels even better. I'll take that one.
And whenever I'm holding triple as a CT, everyone knows all the wall bangs. It's a useless piece of cover.
Well, this is a B execute behind the smoke right here, and there's already 2 players and a third. Electronics on Cat.
Oh, I love the pace change.
Na'Vi.
Yeah, how do they react? Perfecto tested, but no issues, and it seems like Electronics got them completely dead to rights. Art with one hero, Deagle play. The bomb's not going down anytime soon. They're still faffing around, staring at the floorboards. And Mr. Vinny doesn't hit his hero, Deag, and Simple will punish him for his error.
Yeah, I think the fact that Na'Vi had 3 players already on the site to deal with that, Electronic was actually close Cat, while the other 2 just got to deal with B. And this is what I'm saying about Simple and Electronic dealing with mid. If those 2 just have to focus middle, and you can have 2 players B and they're happy to play retake A or think they can swing there in time while Boomich is dealing with it, they're going to have the numbers in all the right places every time. FURIA are now calling behind. When that happens as an in-game leader and you realize you called into a stack, or that they were reading you so well to have 3 there, you really feel a need to mix things up. Molly towards the windows. It's not actually... Oof, okay. He missed the jump. He made it towards connector. Everything's all fine. And they're going back towards B, so forcing the issue. Contact this time here. Perfecto. He's already tested, pushed off the line. They're coming in.
It's a big problem, especially when Bit is still alive. What? The molly doesn't spread, and oh, Perfecto. He spreads his spray over 2. Wow, these rounds, they're so decisive in favor of Na'Vi. They are looking like a different class.
Yeah, that was all 5 staying alive. Before they had 3. Before that, just the 2. But in these streaks of rounds here, Na'Vi have been keeping a decent chunk of players alive. And that's why you're seeing the bank balance. Simple's up to 12K. You've got 7.6 for the likes of Perfecto and Electronic. Boomich in there with 9 grand. Bit with 5. And here you can see just dropping into that molly below the balcony. Not going to do anything. And just handled from Na'Vi. They are ready for this heads-up type of Counter-Strike in the early stages. Out mid they go, so more pace. Electronic can't get Art this time.
That's something, dude.
Yes, at least it's a kill.
FURIA are just hungering for some impact now. And taking a classic Art maneuver straight through the smoke. This could be the element of surprise. Surely Simple's not ready for this, and he does. Into the earlobes, pierces the ears of the very best. Quick response, nice little burst from the M4. Boomich is to be tested. Bit desperately trying to keep this jungle swing under scrutiny. The shots aren't there, Vinny's are. And now FURIA set for success and to post a 3rd here on Mirage. Now this is FURIA's pick. I think 5 is a bare minimum to stay competitive here.
Yeah, I think they're going to be lucky to get there at this rate as well. Perfecto just wanted to hold on to this AK if he can. Yuri's tickled on down. They know exactly where Perfecto wants to stay, so... Rough round, but this is one where Art just decided, I want to win. He's run out mid, killed Electronic, and then all that space, he's taken out the 2 biggest names in the server, Electronic and then Simple, and that's all they needed to get their 3rd. Now you just have to replicate that a bunch more times. You can see this again, just how quick he was. It was a minute 33. He was already in window, and Simple's not going to be ready for that, right?
But it didn't stop me from thinking he could be.
That's the thing that is so crazy, is just that pace that they can catch you off guard with. And if that happens time and time again, that's where FURIA can really get their claws in. But both teams operating double AWPs here, Art and Junior.
Aha! Double AWP T-side, that's a new flavor.
Boomich secondary AWPing right now. So we've seen it in 2 different hands on the CT side.
That's a nice Hail Mary play to pull out once a half. It's your 2B defenders.
Yeah, and they're very passive right now, FURIA. So really, really fast stuff in the previous round. This time, round 14, quite slow. Yuri not worried about getting swung from 2 angles. He's going to hold 1 passive line to top of middle and 2 towards Palace over towards A. So they are just waiting for the response of Na'Vi here, and we can see there is no response. You got to come to us. You only have 3 rounds and 1 minute and 10 left on the clock.
Na'Vi just happy to give FURIA all this room. Just take your time, boys. Rot the clock. It becomes your worst enemy after a while. And through towards apartments, Electronic is tucked in down in Balk. They will have a incendiary, or rather a Molotov, from the Palace position. Oh, Bit's gone down, and they don't molly him. Enables one. Potential trades. Electronic is so vulnerable to wallbangs. He's a dead man walking. Yuri seals the deal. Junior's caught Boomich rotating in, and now that bomb and the round should be a certainty. Plant safe default, can't be caught on the cross from Simple holding short.
Now we have to save.
And they have to. Despite $6 grand in the bank for Simple, the same can't be said for Bit. And so they'll just have to accept their fate, dudes. Now I see
three orbs,
I see a third.
Yeah.
Is it going to be saved?
I hope so.
The triple orb T side.
It would be very exciting, and it would be very FURIA.
It would be very FURIA.
I used to question everything in Counter. Like, why are they doing this? I don't like now. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. These are the best teams in the world. However you think about Counter-Strike and you can win rounds, I want to see it.
Oh, and they even catch him.
Get another one, Yuri. Go pick it back up. Go 5 orbs. Nah, I don't want it. All right, he's going to stick with the M4. Perfecto, the only one to survive.
I guess double orb T side.
Perfecto! Through the flames for his teammate right there. Some selfless stuff. Simple gets an ult for the final round to play.
Not bad. Not JPEG. Not bad at all. Simple said he wanted his camera on so he could get more exposure. That's not what he realized he'd get.
Haha. We haven't had any dad jokes for a while.
No, we haven't. It's true. I think it was ever since I didn't give you the chuckle you needed after the
I gotta be in the mood, you know.
patience joke. Well then, Yuri, this is something. Yuri, it's an official round, dude. He's gone straight out. He wanted to bring that pain, and they have. By the form of Art and K-Serato, Electronic last seen under the Balk, now spotted above. Nade trying to take someone with him. Eventually, the Glock does win the war of attrition. Of course. Now then, Simple, as it fades, I imagine this may be an unawares K-Serato, but hyper aware. He mollies it as it fades, hits the shot, and there you have it. FURIA, they're here to play. They keep it competitive. Na'Vi looking refined. We'll see what second half has in store.
happens. On my own, I stop caring, cause they keep telling me.
Just enough rounds from Furia's T side to give us a proper half here in the second. It is our second series of the day, ESL Pro League, 13 seasons, and we keep going. Counter-Strike's 24/7 network, and 1xBet leaning Na'Vi's way. Let's see how this one shapes up. T start for Na'Vi into our second. Furia gonna look for a pistol and a different set of util being pulled off the break. 2 smokes gonna be flying through thanks to Electronic and Boomich. Looks like we're gonna be seeing 2 towards the jungle stairs side. And Art's actually playing around his own smoke. It enables him to take the head off of Perfecto. The CTs are here in the right place, Chad, but yet to see more bloodshed. Flashes. This is a big one from Bit. Big chance from Bit, and he's found the head. It's enough.
So many bodies here.
So many. Every jiggle is risky. There's the bomb. Quick trades. Vinny's put another in the feed. Furia have an advantage for how long? Long tap. Excuse me. Long tap. And now, yeah, Boomich with 12 HP. That's the end of that, mate. Well, they just put all their bodies into the A site. Deathmatch ensued. And now they look for the double peak. There you have it, Furia. They'll take the 6th, and they'll take it convincingly.
Yeah, I think a few moments ago we were talking about the scoreline, and that's when it was sitting at 10-2. Well, now the scoreline's 10-6, and it's going to be a completely different ball game if Na'Vi force here and lose. Furia are back in the game, and this tends to happen. These games, you know, you see the teams, they get up to these massive sprees, they're keeping them honest. In the last few rounds, yeah, they string a couple together, and now we're competitive all of a sudden. So Na'Vi will keep this one honest. Simple, the big man, has a deagle and armor. Everybody else is on a full eco, so just allowed Simple to work. I guess this is like the baby version of having a saved AWP. Now we have a saved or a purchased, a 4-sport deagle, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to take your time with this one when you've got that win condition built in and baked into your second round. It's not the force.
Is Art operating with a P2K right now, Rushley? He is too.
Hipster.
He's doing a flusher. All right, well.
That is the single-speed bike buy of Counter-Strike.
All right, well.
Yeah, no, I just don't like getting my coffees from chains. I like to actually just filter it myself. I've found a couple of blends.
I do. I don't like making my own coffee.
No, I mean, I'd rather. I didn't have to.
I like
if you want to be a snob about it.
That's pretty good. Not open on the weekends, though. Very lucky that Na'Vi have gone with the save here on 4 out of the 5 members. Otherwise, that P2K not going to do too much damage.
It's going to do a lot of damage to their souls if he starts knocking off heads. Ah, there's the simple deagle. And they're ready to flood in. Oh, Junior, you can't go down. You really cannot afford to go down. I need to see damage out of the scout. And there it is. Tags up Simple.
It's the right player to hit.
He's on notice. 50 HP, and they're landing more shots. Yuri's got to have to do a lot with this MP9, and Simple continues to be so domineering.
Oh, watch this.
Ready for the swing on CT. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Keserato knocks his head off. Only a Glock now, but they are low, and that was their chance to perhaps destabilize further. Instead, it's just Perfecto. He's got Art's P2K. If he'd have gone down with a weapon, it could have been a different round, but Defuse coming in now, and there you have it. Furia deal with the Armored Deagle, but got scary, got sketchy. Look at their health bars.
Yeah, it was, what, 1,700 worth of investment from Simple. He gets 2 kills and they get the bomb plant. So that is great news for Na'Vi going into round number 18. They'll be able to buy everything they want. So will Junior, who's just been gifted an AWP from Art. Art's going to operate in this round, Alex, with no armor whatsoever. No head armor, no Kevlar, just naked with a scout. So they're up against it. Simple has purchased on in here with a Krieg instead of an AWP.
Interesting.
AK's around it. This would be an important round for Furia to win right here.
Na'Vi not going to be testing waters on a early. Art will reveal that there is a scout in play, hoping to contain Boomich.
Junior's already pushed in towards Palace. We can see that he has a lot of info there, but it's neutralized with the AWP. Cannot help his team if they get into trouble. How long is he going to park it up there for?
I mean, until Keserato starts talking about the action he's encountering, I imagine.
Yeah, most boring job in Counter-Strike being a bit of a B anchor. You either do the jiggle peek on Train, you do the jump peek on Mirage.
And he spots them and falls away for the flash.
He's going to come back for a jump peek, I
they
think.
are fully uncontested up short. This is going to be a lot of pressure on B here. Tucked in. And Art's hit his first. Vinny responsible. Oh, a very good opportunity to Boomich. He does shut him down bit with an exceptional headshot to keep the round competitive, and him and Electronic are working their way in. Art doesn't have the perfect weapon for the job. They're all in kitchen. And as that bomb goes down, Na'Vi cooking up trouble. Smoke to the window, brutal, and an easy first frag for Electronic. He's up close, in the gap of the smokes. Yuri strikes, he gets them both. A big round win from FURIA, delivered on the retake.
Little one here, and a very, very small detail. Maybe our friend Rushley12345 can make a pro tip on it, but that kitchen smoke that they just threw, the reason one like that is so powerful is it landed on the ledge of kitchen, which means if you jump out the window like that, your feet as a CT will be spotted.
And your grey screen.
Exactly. So that one right there from the bomb site, it's obviously a set smoke that Bit's thrown on out here, but that is a key smoke that if you can throw, you should do.
There it is there. See on the right, those are your little toes poking out, your screen's still full grey. Very, very cheeky smoke. Not enough, though. Good trades from Yuri in the hectic after plan.
Ooh.
Same buy.
Yeah, the plant has facilitated another gun round.
And they're quick up mid. Very quick up mid. Junior's actually going to be able to oversee. He's got the moves necessary to get himself up on short nice and early. Oh, and hang on. They have got him posted up. This time it's Art.
He's seen enough, which was nothing. So Art's out of there, down the ladder, silently escaping. Mid control being completely given up again. Junior just pivoting on short. Vinny's also passive, so they are allowing a window boost right now. Utility and exchange, so connector will be denied on both sides of the equation. Oh, and that's the slither gap.
Junior's seen two. That's info. Two mid. Safe assumption to make either way. But it's such a crucial scoreline, and with Na'Vi just about having enough funds to pull another buy out, FURIA can really humble them here. Double AWPs are in play. If the bomb goes down, it's awkward as hell. Bomb's heading B now on the back of Simple. And they've already managed to get Electronic up through into that connector position, so he'll be causing a lot of nightmares for these CTs. Great deep incendiary. I love that he's used the incendiary first. He can smoke on that around 30 seconds, and Art's even caught the mid-lurk. Electronic's gone.
Just picking them apart here.
It's just one direction now. All coming from this apps, and Junior stands in fights, drops his smoke defensively.
Image is gone
Oh,
too.
FURIA, this is textbook stuff. No way in now for Na'Vi. Just cut down on the entrance.
Has to save. Simple needs to get out of there with 20 seconds left. That Krieg will be saving grace in the next round, and FURIA, they want to hunt it. They're pushing, they're chasing, they're looking for him. They're seeing if they can strip this gun away.
No one's considered underpass. That's interesting. Maybe Art actually jumping down. Yeah, okay, he is going to lock it down. So Simple has no way out. Vinny's above him.
Are they going to keep pushing it?
Art's under.
4?
I think they'll just contain. Okay, so no one's going to find him. That's fine. He'll bring a Krieg in. Everyone else is around that 3.5 mark.
Yeah, it's one of these situations where you probably force buy or half buy around Simple, right? That was quick from Art right there, wasn't it?
It looked like he was looking short, but just quickly catches a little glimpse and readjusts.
I wonder if FURIA try and turn the screws now with some CT-sided aggression. Obviously, the slower approach or the more passive style like we just saw there, they have done apartments pushes, but I think that they're doing that over towards Palace for info. Junior now had the spawn to go over. They won't be pushing the issue against the lighter buy, and they're setting up for an A set piece.
If this is quick, Chad, they do not have the resources on A. If they lose a Yuri or a Junior early, this could be the plan, an awkward retake, even a save.
Simple's up close already, so he's going to be what looks like the point man. Now that Bit's joined him, maybe have someone to trade off of. Nades are lined up and ready, pins are pulled.
Yuri's response is integral here. How does he opt to deal with this? Junior desperately demanding a chance, and he does catch a glimpse of Perfecto over the smoke, but he holds his nerve, holds his line. Perfecto could get the one-way here, but he's not got the weapon for the job. Yuri needs help. Junior wants to smoke out. He does drop it on triple. There's the bomb. It's loose and more to be found. Yuri passes his test, and it's all three. Spotless round. That was the half investment, but it does leave Simple a little short. 10-10. Competitive Mirage then. FURIA has definitely managed to pick up the pieces of a 5-round T half.
If we're only looking at this second half of play, this is very convincing stuff here from FURIA. 2 rounds in a row where they kept all 5 alive, and then even after the pistol, they still had 3 players remaining. So they are keeping their economy pretty flush here, building a huge bank, and Na'Vi, the virtue of saved guns and a lot of plants, will be able to buy again themselves. Perfecto operating with no armor whatsoever. Simple with the big green. Smoked off, immediately denied. Not allowing him to have any free chances for picks, and Art's looking elsewhere.
And it's worked.
I love the game plan out of FURIA when they have 2 AWPs. There's always one AWP locking down an entire section of the map on his own, like for key information. It's either B apps or Palace.
Oh, they heard it. They heard it. Art doesn't go down. Electronic threatening. Nearly found the equalizer. Bit has been quite a persistent force in Palace. Hasn't revealed himself to Vinny's sandwich hole just yet. Even Art's posted up on it. So mid is lost. Na'Vi at a disadvantage.
I'm not sure where they can pivot.
Ooh, Electronic's got a sweaty smoke for us all. Don't even have to jump for that one. So you 64-tick warriors can steal that one.
They're going to try and fight towards window here. That smoke has segregated the stairs players.
Bang.
Oh,
great
perfect.
shot. Simple gone. Now this advantage can only really be on Bit.
What can he do?
Hasn't checked sandwich, but does call one side of the site clear. And Art with the no-scope, no less. Perfecto trying to draw the crosshairs, but he doesn't even bother using them. And now just Electronic, 28 seconds, not really got much hope here. And he knows where Yuri is, just hopes for the overextension. Look at these hot feet, constantly jiggling around. And he wasn't ready for Vinny, baited in nicely.
Hook, line and sinker right there. Now remember, we said FURIA, as an organization, never taken a map off of Na'Vi. If they pick this one up here, it's going to get that voodoo off them. And we saw what happened with these boys after they finally defeated, I think it was EG. Remember, like, middle of last year when FURIA really came alive, came onto our radars? Even Gary shaved his beard because it was such a huge accomplishment. Maybe the same thing needs to happen here. Just need one map win against them. The floodgates can open. And FURIA can be unleashed. There's the coach. There's the man. Smiles on his face.
Books him.
Oh, it has to be a save, doesn't it?
Him. Yeah. Okay, Na'Vi.
Round.
You have to save your schmeckles. That's going to put him on 12.
There's 4 remaining as well, so that's 3 rounds in a row where FURIA have had 4 or more alive. Haven't bought anything yet, so nothing to report off the back of this timeout. And there it is. So it's a late half by real late out of spawn. We saw some set pieces out of FURIA in their first half over towards B. They were absolutely annihilated.
Simple does eventually get his deagle. Couldn't find that for a while. All right. So this is where the lead is definitely changing hands. AKs, warps, everything FURIA could possibly desire.
Oh, there's that smoke.
He's trying to sell it. He's trying to sell it as best he can. And a frag onto Queserato would scare the rotate. In fact, look at this. Queserato needs an answer.
Ooh.
You can see how much he's hungering for it. Over the smoke. Great, great spot. He's found him.
It's a cheeky pre-fire.
Yep. And now, well, the sell isn't quite as convincing. Had he found a frag, had he started pushing kitchen, everything feels awkward. The bomb can go wherever it desires. Instead, though, Queserato keeps FURIA on lock.
Yeah, this is a cold call. They've rung on. They go, Na'Vi, hey, this is Na'Vi calling. We wanted to show you guys a B-bomb site.
You interested in a B-bomb site by any chance, sir?
Comes with 1 electronic.
I heard your B-bomb site's been in an accident recently.
Yeah, we can get you a new one. Now, look, we've got some premium options for you.
How did you get this number?
Please don't call this again. This is harassment.
They actually are locking down on those cold calls now. You shouldn't be getting as many weird ones, yeah.
I don't answer my phone. I don't think I've used my phone as a phone in years.
No, it's more of just like a calculator / doom scroll device.
That's the one.
Well, their health just disintegrated. He does well to find 1, but their days are numbered. Oh, Simple. Just doing simple things. He has a chance onto a 3rd. There's always an element of doubt every time, and I think it's an absolute sealed deal. But that was just the Deagles. FURIA have picked up the necessary 12th. As you've already highlighted, FURIA yet to pick up a map win as organizations head-to-head against Na'Vi.
This is good for Perfecto, Alex. He gets to have armor in this one with the AK, so that's quite nice.
What a treat.
It's good for him, hasn't it, to drop anything too expensive. But Na'Vi, they haven't done anything in this half. It has been one-way traffic. FURIA are annihilating them right now.
Yeah, we had a 10-5 half for anyone that joined us for the second. 10-5. Na'Vi have yet to make that number move, not even twitch.
It hasn't even felt close.
And that surprises me. I'm sure Boomich has got a couple of pages of the strat book FURIA will be unfamiliar with.
Always with this Palace aggression as well. So it's clearly that's something they've identified against Na'Vi that they want to isolate. Aren't searching.
He knows Boomich likes to sit behind the boxes on defaults. They're coming up underpass. Junior's responsible for it, but one slipped the net already. And that's the end of Art. That's the end of Art. Electronic has definitely managed to punish and pip the gap. Waiting for the trade, and that's what he wanted. Junior takes down Electronic's partner in crime.
So 1-for-1 right now. I would say this favors the T's, but just how well FURIA and their supportive backline of Yuri and Quesarado have been operating, it's still going to be difficult to get past. Nobody on the B bomb site right now for FURIA. It's an intentional gap. They're searching for info towards mid. They get a little bit.
Something. And they are actually completely gambled on A right now. So if Electronic and Simple do walk into B, could spell trouble. Electronic's going to try and sell it. That's interesting.
No rotation. If he doesn't commit, they won't know it's clear. They're going back into the stack.
They're going into the stack.
Oh, no.
Yuri's even caught bit.
Oh, dear.
Simple going for a Palace late. He'll
have to go now.
Dude, he's going to lose the bomb in Palace if he's not careful.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yikes. Knife out. Yuri standing and delivering, and there it goes. The round is over. 13. FURIA, so rigid, and overcoming the early man disadvantage.
That's like me trying to take your ID to a club. That's what that was.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, Alex. They call me Alex. Yeah, I did use a full Indian descent man's ID when I was underage, actually.
Don't do that, kids.
Statute of limitations, I think I'm safe.
Yeah, I think we're old enough now. Yeah, back in our day, we're those kind of guys.
To have a fishbowl at the Weatherspoons, I cosplayed as Tom Newman.
Oh, yes, indeed. Shout out to Tom Newman.
Shout out to Tom Newman.
This is rough for Na'Vi. Nothing happened off the back of that fake because FURIA just stacked A. I don't know who thought they had the right card there, but clearly FURIA did. Na'Vi just walked straight into a brick wall. This CT side from FURIA is something else right now.
They had it, man. And you highlighted it as well. I'm sure that would be something I'd love to hear the desk ask about in the post-match. If it is FURIA on the mic, just the idea of, why was Palace such a priority for you?
They've always had either someone in Palace or someone aggressive B apps, right? They're playing the extremities. I think they've studied the demos. They can get enough tells off of those two positions to know what's coming, and this is working great. All right, Na'Vi.
They've even sent Simple into Palace to help Bit.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, could you help me out with this whole Palace project? Yo, Junior catching Boomich's aggression all the way from CT. Nice. That must have been a gnarly shot.
Okay.
And Yuri, in the most predictable of all the positions, he's just standing and waiting to receive Simple. Smoke arrives and, is it deliberately got a little gap? It does. Maybe not by design, but Yuri will use it all the same. And if Simple was to step a toe out of line, Yuri would have the info. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Thinking about it.
As it fades, he's trying to nutmeg him. Yuri will be passive, though. His gun is not visible. Not a peep out of Simple yet. Electronic is parked in connector. Yuri, patience. Art, jungle. Twitching now. Ramp steps. Simple's desperately begging for his way in. And the timing from Yuri! Just as they start to go. He's got it, and so have FURIA. My God, it's over before it even begins.
Oh, all right. That was some... You could hear the steps at ramp. Like, if you're there as the Palace holder...
How do you not move?
They're doing that intentionally to try and bait him into it, but he didn't even blink. Yuri just standing tall in a big way, and it was only one kill. This was the start of the round, so Boomich is trying to see if he can sell a bit of a fast B split.
Oh, we don't get to see just how long Simple was staring at it beforehand. But yes, the frags come in, and Na'Vi getting a bit of a harsh lesson taught to them here.
Yes, nothing. 4 AKs and an AWP.
Is this going to be a perfect CT half?
Art's dropped the AWP to play AK this round. That's how confident the kid's feeling. There he is again, aggressive Palace. Look how focused on the bomb sites this CT setup is.
Like, you can have mid. Do whatever you want in mid. Press all your buttons. Go do you, boo.
Oh, there's a B fake again. I'm not sure what they think they're pulling off with this B fake because FURIA are never fooled. Not even for a second.
Art has a little cursory glance mid, says nothing immediately to get concerned about. I'll tuck back into our turtle formation. It's like the Roman Legion.
I suppose that in these splits, the reason that they've identified that they want either Palace or close A ramp is if they come through A ramp and connector, they already have one pressure point, which is Palace, the high ground to fight from. It helps them.
Sure.
You know how we're speaking about overpass before, when they give up short, but they contain monster and CT spawn? Same kind of thing. If you have to run in worrying about CT and Palace, you got a rough time.
So they'll give you jungle. Have they broken the thingamajig?
The thingamajig.
The thingamajig
I don't know if the thingamajig has been broken.
Because if it's not broken, this is actually such a spicy.
There's the
This is so spicy, dude. They're holding A and giving them jungle. Serato, if he has time, he just holds it. This is actually so sick. I am learning things today.
You live and you learn, they say, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, a live lesson. Junior's not had the time of his life here. Drops the smoke, has multiple pressure points, and misses his first. This gets uncomfortable. Over the smokes. He's caught straight through it. Electronic provides for Na'Vi.
This is ugly.
It is, but it's ugly for Na'Vi as he comes in with the spray. Good damage. Serato in the hectic
What's
fight.
going on?
I have no idea who is going to win. It's down to Perfecto. Okay, Serato returns us to some degree of normalcy.
There was 3 smokes on the site there. That was really odd.
Was that T-smoke?
I know
I'm not Junior
sure.
dropped 1. We saw it from his POV. This is the quick switch. God damn you, Counter-Strike. Timing is a cruel mistress. But that smoke was Junior's, but it can't have just been his. I think the rest have faded.
Yeah, there was one towards Spawn. Yeah, there was a lot of smokes on that site to deal with. So
Yeah, it felt like that. It really did feel like that. Divine intervention in round 25. All right, we're into the 26th. Will this be the last one? Will this be the last round?
Hey.
Simple. Teaches Junior something.
Denied, finally. Simple yesterday averaged 29 kills a map over a 3-map series.
Yeah.
He's got 20 so far. Would need to put in an absolute masterclass for the rest of this map to hit that par. But this is a good start. Art back onto the secondary AWP. Juniors has already dropped. Let's see if Na'Vi can operate with an opening kill. I don't remember too many Na'Vi opening kills, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I remember there was an opening kill from Na'Vi. I think it was round 26.
There was a deagle kill from Simple.
That's
was that
true.
the one?
That
was the second round of this half, I think.
So 2 so far. There was the opening kill that Junior immediately traded from Electronic.
Okay, yes. All right, well, they do have a couple then. They're just struggling. See if they struggle again.
What the bloody hell does that nade mean? Okay, Vinny catches the Palace push. He should be dead. Dead man walking, yeah. Boomich confirms it. Serato is in between the 2.
27 kills.
Yeah, he's having a game, and I think he's got another one. Damn, robotic from Serato. You can't touch his laser beam. Finally, Simple shuts him down. Is it too little, too late? A one-on-one. 2 of the smartest players to grace our screens with the AWPs, and now Simple versus Art. Mind games will be aplenty. Kit for Art, he's not in a rush. Simple's thrown his own smoke, and he does seem to be procedurally assuming it's CT.
That's an Art trap right
Yo, he's
there.
so smart as well. He's operating under the assumption. A missed shot. Now Art has to play the game. Smoke on the bomb. Awkward to spam it with the AWP. Awkward to spam it with the AWP. Simple overthinking. Doesn't hit the shot. And we're done. Mirage is furious. And it's the first for the organization. Not the series, but a start.